internet. Alright, so as you can probably tell, I'm trying to figure out which angle for the camera, actually, where you can see this, the money maker. Yeah, because my only video camera is on my phone, not on my computer. So, anywho, we're just going to go through today and we're going to point blank talk about why I'm not replying to people once again. This time I'm going to go through the people who have recently looked at me via the interwebs, and I'm going to just tell you honestly what it is that made me not answer. I know a lot of these are things that you can't really help, and this is why I'm sure this is the reason I'm single. It's because I'm apparently a bitch. But there you go. So, here we are, internets. This guy, not replying because he's 20. I'm 23. For anyone who didn't know that, I'm 23 years old. This guy, his username is a description of how big his penis is. Next. You might be alright. I'll save that one for later. We're opening it up next to it. Potential. Ponytail. Next. Bald. Next. Molestache. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say molestache. Anyway, next. Potential. Opening it up. We're going to return to these opened tabs later. I'll open it for comedic value. 45. Next. Possible. NASCAR hat. 20. 21. 45. Alright. This is enough to start with. That's the main reason I'm not replying to these first people, without even opening their profiles. And again, that's where people are like, gosh, Casey, you're such a bitch. Anyway, alright. First one that we open here. He's 23, I'm 23, okay. I'm not much of a conversation starter, but if you get me talking, I can go on some tangents. He's short. I would usually just stop here, but I really want to just kind of continue just for the sake of talking for a minute. He's short. He's not smiling in his pictures, and he's a white guy who's not smiling in his pictures. That always sounds really racist when I say it. Maybe it's just because I'm mentioning the race thing. But this is an observational moment. Typically, white guys are going to be like super cheesy in their pictures. Typically, black guys, you will not see their teeth. Or that, like, even their cheekbones that go up at all. You won't see any of that. It's just going to be like that angry face. I don't know if that's, like, attractive to a lot of people. Not my thing. Alright. So anyway, that's my problems with this guy. He's short. He's not smiling. He doesn't like having conversations. Enough. Next. This guy, he's not terrible, it appears. He has a job, so that's nice. Avoids conflict. I've been described as reserved, quiet, and shy. I mean, honestly, I need someone that can hold his own when they're, in the same room as me. I have a lot of very boisterous friends with a personality that will suffocate you if you're not prepared for it. So, I feel like, for me, I need a personality that can handle that, typically. But, he seems decent. Let's look at his pictures, what's going on here. He's not terrible. Not terrible. In the same city as me, so that's cool. Travels overseas, it looks like. Likes his family. He has a DS. Okay. Alright. What else is going on here? This guy. Neck beard. He's a neck beard. He's a neck beard. And, I have a degree. I went to college. Granted, I did it in 3 years. Not because I'm, book smart or anything. It's because I said, hey, I'm not taking out any student loans. Screw Screw that. So I've never really understood the concept of people continuing to go to school. I mean, I understand that's some people's stuff. I get it. God, the idea of going back to school just freaks me right out. I don't want anything to do with it. Anyway, this guy's going back to school again, apparently. But he doesn't need to go to school to do what he says he wants to do. Okay, yeah, but God, he's a neckbeard. He's such a neckbeard. Like, his pictures, like, he's got a... Yeah, I don't know. No, next. Alright, what's going on here with you? Southern boy. It's nice. He's shorter. His favorite TV shows are shows I've never heard of. It's one of these types, too. One of the things he can't live without is God. Which, I feel like if you're a Christian, and you honestly believe that you are a Christian, then following the logical thought process from doctrine to relationship and life. Anyway, if you're a Christian, you believe there's a God. If you believe there's a God, typically you believe that God created you. Therefore, the idea that you can't exist without God makes sense, but it's like redundant. You don't need to tell me that again, other than to just assert your belief structure again. I don't know. Point being, for me, that's annoying. I don't need to deal with it. I don't know. He's not smiling in his pictures. No. Alright. So that was that business. We found one potential who's not totally unfortunate looking. So there's that. I'm going to try something a little different again. Switching gears here. Drink some more tea. Okay. More people who have viewed me. Let's try it out. See what happens. Recently viewed me. Go to that button. No, you don't need to save that password again. I don't need like 20 different things saving my password for me. God. Alright. Starting again. This guy, I'm not replying to him because his profile picture is of him in a wife beater, and he's standing like this, like with the arms up. He's just like, hey, like the come at me, bro. No, I'm not doing. No. Next, he's got some sort of animal on his head, which either means he's an animal lover or animals hate him. It's one of the two. And he's holding a snake. Next, okay. He's doing shots. This guy is doing shots in his profile picture. That's great for you and all. Okay, and I feel like this is that thing where people are like, gosh, Casey, you're so picky. You're taking shots. Your main picture is of you with a red Solo cup. You better not be singing this song right now. Main picture of you with a red Solo cup, or like playing beer pong, or... I get it. You went to college. Woo! Alright. This guy, he looks very pensive. His picture is I'm going to try to reenact it. He's smiling. That's a plus. Good for him. Studies government. That's the thing, man. That's something that they don't talk about on these sites. That usually, I mean, if you're studying government, you typically have pretty strong opinions, like politically. Which could either be a really good thing depending on your view or a really bad thing depending on your view. Subcategory, it could be a really good thing that they care, but a bad thing that they care differently than you. So, I wish that we could just, like, come out and say that. Mostly so I could judge you initially again. I'm a bitch. Okay. Oh, he's at Disney. Oh, I might like this guy. He's up at Disney. He's older. Let's close that tab. Okay. You've got a fish in your picture. You're outdoorsy. You like going fishing. I don't. Next. See, this guy's smiling and he's got on a suit. He's really like, I've looked at his profile before. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. No shirt. Mohawk. Backwards baseball cap. Weird tan line on his chest, which is, no, really, this one's weird. He's not wearing a shirt, but he's also got a really weird tan across his chest and a weird tattoo across his chest. I don't understand. I'm confused. Next. There's a lot of bandanas on these websites, and a lot of, okay. There's a difference between, like, a guy wearing a baseball cap with, like, Bill, you know, like, whoop. And there's a difference between that and a guy wearing a baseball cap that's like, whoop. And you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. And it's funny to me, just because, like, you see a picture of a guy in a baseball cap, and you could be like, alright, like, maybe he plays baseball, or maybe he coaches, like, that's fine, no big deal. That's this kind of baseball cap, right, the curved thing? You see a guy with this kind of baseball cap, and you do not think that. You don't think that he plays baseball, or that he coaches children. You think he's, like, you know, carrying guns. Which, again, maybe that's a thing that some girls are interested in. Alas, I'm not one of those. Alright, what happened to curved baseball hat? What's going on here? He's a little older. Yeah. That's the other thing that bugs me. When you say your job, like, someone asks, profession, and you say, yes. Anyway, alright. That's enough of that. So, there you go. More evidence that I'm a bitch, / people that I don't reply to on all my dating sites. There you are, guys.